Hello, what's up, guys? Welcome to our channel, Think Beyond the Brain. Today, we are going to know about our brain. Now, many things about our brain we don't know, as our brain does everything in our body. Mainly things like what I'm talking now, that only I'm thinking in my brain, and that brain is telling to that mouth, you have to talk these things and you have to do these things, that this sound is now coming. So our brain does many functions, so many things we don't know about our brain. It is a lot of things that we can know, understand about our brain. So seven main things means which we have to understand now, that we will talk about. So these seven things you didn't know, we don't know about our brain. So before starting with the video, please like the video, share the video and subscribe the channel and tap the bell icon for the future video notification. And watch the video till the end. So we'll now start with brain. Now the brain, the central control unit of our bodies, repository of memories and emotions. Throughout history, philosophers have believed that the brain may even house that intangible essence that makes us human, the soul. What should we know about our brains? Now, throughout history, all the philosophers had told that the brain is the part that makes our soul a human. Now, this brain controls everything about our body, as whatever we talk, whatever we run, walk, anything what we do, it is just controlled by our brain. So, the brain is the main thing of our body. It sends signals to the part of our body to do this thing or the that. So the first one, how big are our brains? Now many people say my brain is a lot big, your brain is small. It's not like that. Brain size varies widely depending largely on age and overall body mass. However, studies have suggested that the adult main brain weighs on average about 1,336 grams. Trusted source, whereas the adult female brain weighs around 1,198 grams. Means it doesn't vary on how whatever we know. It's not vary on how big our brain is. It varies on how what is our age, how is our body, like in that form. Then how hungry are our brains? Now many people say my brain is a lot hungry, I want to study or something like that. Despite the fact that the human brain is not a very large organ, its functioning requires a whole lot of energy. And why does the brain need so much fuel? Based on studies of rat models, some scientists have hypnotized that while most of this energy is expended on maintaining ongoing thought and bodily processes, some of it is probably invested in the upkeep of brain cells and health. Now, our brain is such a small organ of our body, but then also it needs a lot of energy. As whatever energy we get, it first distributes into our body parts, into our mainly body functions, but then leftover goes to our brain. So we have to get a lot of energy, as we need a lot of fuel for our brain. As the brain is only giving everything to others, he is only controlling the parts of our body. The third one is what makes a brain. A brain stem, which like a plant's shoot, is elongated with and which connects the rest of the brain with the spinal cord. The cerebellum, which is located at the back of the brain and which is deeply involved in regulating movement, motor learning, and maintaining equilibrium. Now, this cerebellum, now this part is located at our back of the brain. Now, part, this part helps in regulating the movements of our body and motor learning and maintaining the equilibrium. The cerebellum, which is the largest part of our brains and fills up most of the skull. It houses the cerebral cortex that has a left and a right hemisphere separated by a long groove. This cerebrum contains a lot of part of our skull, a lot of part of the brain. It is also divided, you can say, in the right and the left part of our brain, or you can say right or the left hemisphere with a long groove. Brains are made of soft tissue, which includes gray and white matter containing the nerve cells, non-neural cells, which help to maintain neurons, the brain health, and small blood vessels. How much of our brains do we use? Now, many person will say that Einstein has a lot of IQ, we don't have that much, or he can understand not that much, but we can. He don't have that much power in his brain. It's not like that. All humans have the same brain capacity, but they use only the 10% of our brain. One long circulating myth has it that humans typically use only 10% of their brain capacity, suggesting that if only we knew how to hack into the other 90%, the idea that we could somehow tap into is at yet unclaimed brain power is certainly a very attractive one. Now, this brain power, there's only this 10% we can, normal people, everyone can use. But whoever says that his IQ is a lot, why these are IQ tests done? To see the humans are just stuck at their 10%, or they're trying to hack their 90% and use it. The Einstein just gone deep, like if this part is a small pool, he became big and jumped in the whole dam over there. Then comes right or left brain. Now many people say I'm right hand, I'm left handy, I'm right handy. Means now they use a lot right hands to do many things, or right with right hand. But brains are also divided into two parts, right and left part. So many people, so we can see that which part we are. Like I am right brain or I am left brain. Now are you right brain or left brain? Any number of internet quizzes will claim to be able to assess whether you predominantly use the right or the left hemisphere of your brain. And this has implications about your personality. Allegedly, the left brain people are supposed to be more mathematically inclined and analytical. Now, left brain people, they will be like more mathematically study. Mathematics will be easy for them, and they will be do many things analytically. Means just in seeing many things in a graph way or in a practical way. Then comes the right brain people, which are more creative than the left brains. How do brains change with age? As we age, parts of our brain begin to shrink naturally, and we begin to gradually lose neurons, the frontal lobe and the hippocampus, two key brain regions in regulating cognitive processes, including memory formation and recall, start shrinking when we hit 60 or 70. Now, as we become big, older, from that time now, as we start going 60, 70, or many people when they are at 30, 40, from that time, the brain starts shrinking. As it is being big, the neurons which are there in our brain, which help us doing the things, that neurons start going lot. They start losing the neurons. The two key regions of our brain in regulating cognitive processes, including memory formation. Now, these neurons, they remove that memory formation and then recall from our brain, as it is used a lot in it. This means that we could naturally begin to find learning new things or performing several tasks at the same time more challenging than before. Now it would be like a challenge also for ourselves, as after when we become old, the brain will start shrinking, and as it will shrink, the things, more things, we cannot do several tasks like doing some work and then also doing some another work, like 2 to 3 things like at same time. It would be hard for us. This is some good news as well. However, till not too long ago, scientists used to believe that once we started to lose neurons, that would be it. We would be unable to create new brain cells and had to resign ourselves to do that. As now, also from the baby is born, from that time, a little bit neurons just loses from our brain, but our brain cells start creating new neurons. So this thing, but when we become old, the brain resigns us from the work and the neurons are not making and the neurons are going faster than first. The seventh one is perception or controlled hallucination. A great mystery of the human brain is linked with consciousness and our perception of reality. The workings of consciousness have fascinated scientists and philosophers alike. And though we are slowly inching closer to an understanding of this phenomena, much more still remains to be learned. Now, this mystery of our brain is linked with consciousness. Now, everything in this world is to be learned. Many things we can learn. The understanding is closer, and and though we are slowly inching closer to an understanding, as from the period when the humans started existing, from that time we are starting learning, we are understanding closer of the phenomena that there is a lot to be learned. So today we have learned about 7 things that we didn't know about our brain. Now, as we understand, as we talk about at the starting, that our brain controls the whole body, organs, the whole body, and it has many parts, many things what it does, and it is a very much deep thing, you can say, deep biology process, you can say as. So these 7 things that we should know. Now many people also just generally ask that how much your brain eats, how much you know, how much your brain is big. So like this, it's a general questions like how these 7 things you would never know about your brain till you watch the video. So now before going, like our video, share the video and subscribe the channel. Tap the bell icon for the future videos notification. And thank you for watching our video till the end. And in the next videos, we will come with more interesting topics. Bye bye.